Hello, today I want to talk to you about some options that you may have to remain and work in the United States if you were not selected for the H-1B visa this year. My name is Yalda Hajavi, and I focus my practice primarily on employment-based immigration and family-based immigration. So as you may know, every year the United States government conducts a lottery system where they select individuals for the H-1B visa. Out of the thousands of registrants that apply, so few are selected for the H-1B visa itself. So the key word really is lottery, because it's a lottery system. It's just out of luck if the foreign national is eligible and the employer and the foreign national both meet the eligibility requirements. So let's say you're one of the few individuals that weren't selected for the H-1B visa. And now you think, well, I have to pack my bags and leave the United States. Well, no, there's still hope, and that's what I want to talk to you about today. If you're a foreign national and you apply for the H-1B and weren't selected, and you have an employer that's willing to petition for you for another type of visa, you can apply for an O-1 visa. The O-1 visa is a non-immigrant visa, meaning that you have to show non-immigrant intent, that's granted to foreign nationals that show sustained national or international acclaim in their fields, or sustained distinction in their fields if they're applying under the arts category. And basically you have to show that you're at the very top of your field and demonstrate that through a record of publications, presentations, peer review activities, awards, critical role, leading and distinguished organizations. So it's definitely a higher set of criteria that you have to meet compared to an H-1B, but the benefits of it is it's another way to get a non-immigrant visa to remain in the United States. It's not a lottery system, so it's not given based on luck or chance. You actually have to earn it, and it'll allow you to remain in the US for different amounts of increments depending on the work that you're doing. But I've seen O1s get extended for up to 5 years, and I'm sure other attorneys have different experiences with that as well. So it is at least a year, and it can go on. So you can get it for 3 years, 4 years, and 5 years. The other option is applying for a green card by self-petitioning for yourself. One avenue is to apply for a national interest waiver, otherwise known as an NIW, where in that case you need to show that your work is in the national interest of the United States, and there are specific ways to do that. Basically, you just have to be highly skilled in your field and show that the work that you're doing is tied to some aspect of the US's national interest. So whether that's furthering healthcare in the US, advancing its infrastructure, economy, culture, and so forth. The benefits of the NIW is that it's a green card, so you don't have to go back to your country. You're really just applying for this green card to show that you are qualified, the work that you're doing is going to benefit the US in some significant way, and you're planning to remain in the US permanently. You don't need a job offer for an NIW, and you also don't need an employer to sponsor you. So unlike the O1 and the H-1B, you're really self-sufficient with the NIW. Similar to the NIW, there's also the EB1 or Extraordinary Ability Visa. It's definitely a higher preference category, so the standards are a lot higher than they would be for NIW. They're a little similar to the O1s because of the criteria that you have to meet. The regulations are basically the same with some very, very few differences, but it's a green card, so it's harder to get than a non-immigrant visa like an O1. So those are the main options. There's also the option to do a J1 visa, so do a trainee visa in the United States, or apply for J1 as a specialist or researcher. But again, the J1 is similar to the H-1B, and the O1 visa is a non-immigrant visa. There's also the 2-year foreign residency requirements that you need to consider with the J1. So certain foreign nationals, depending on their skills and home country, may need to return to the home country for at least 2 years once completing the J1 visa. So compared to the other options, I don't love it as much as an alternative, but it may work for certain foreign nationals, and immigration is very case by case, so it's really important to consult with a seasoned immigration attorney and discuss your case thoroughly and have them decide for you based on the specific facts in your case. So as a recap, the options that you have if you were not selected for an H-1B is to apply for an O-1 visa, NIW, EB-1, or a J-1 visa. And those are the 4 that I like to go with. I'm sure there are other options out there too, and would be happy to explore with future clients that come our way. Thank you so much and have a good day.